How's everyone doing this Monday morning? Little chilly. I've got my what am I drinking today? Jasmine tea. I had to think there for a second. Jasmine tea. And what I am sewing up is called "'Tis the Season," which is this Missouri Star quilt kit that was gifted to me. And I am going to be making, now this is a block of the month series. I am trying to do block of the day series. So I'm taking "'Tis the Season" and just kind of minimizing that to a block a day. So what we have worked on, and I guess I should get that, which let's see if it's here. It was sent in this beautiful pink thing. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Pink container. So this is where I'm keeping that. So this is a row by row quilt. I have not sewn the rows together. I don't know. That'll have to be another live. But here is month 1 or day 1 for me. And this here is day 2, and as I'm making blocks, they go in different rows. So I have been filing blocks into the different bags, and this one happens to be row 2. And then the other ones that I put together, as you can see, they're already in here. So I've got all of them made and filed away. I still have to put the rows together. That just might be days, you know. I can't. It's so much. It is a lot. It is a lot to do it. A block of the day instead of a block of the month, block of the day. I like block of the day better because I feel like I'm engaged and I'll get it done. Because if it's block of the month, sometimes I forget. So, good morning, Catherine, and we have Andrea and Raven. So we are on month 3. I went ahead and posted month 2, the Missouri Star tutorial with the measurements that I posted yesterday. So every day I'm trying to post because I can't give you the measurements, but Jenny can give you the measurements. It's her pattern. So it's there. If you want, you can do this with your stash. Hi, Justice. So I just posted month 3. Again, I watched it. Again, they gave you all the measurements, so you can go through there for cutting and everything. But this is how I'm doing it. Thank you. We made this on the live, and I washed it, and look, it's really soft. It's really soft. It's not hard. I love it. I love using this stuff. Okay, so we're in month 3, and month 3 is actually a lot of blocks. So will I get all 4 of these blocks done today in this live? Probably not. Probably this month may be a 2-day situation. But here are the blocks. I have everything cut out, and I am going to go ahead and start sewing. And I have my Christmas trivia. Here's my Christmas trivia. 'Tis the season as well. 'Tis the season as well. They're both called 'Tis the Season. So we'll start with the first question, and then I will go. On New Year's Day in 1928, a San Antonio office building was the first to have what cooling convenience? What cooling convenience? So with this block, we're going to do Serendipity 1. Serendipity 1 is this block right here. This one right here where my finger is on. So that's the first one we're going to do. And I am going to take these that I cut, which I can't say, and I am going to sew them into strip pieces, right? I'm going to sew these into strip pieces. Yes, we're going to go with that. I'm sewing these into strip pieces, and I'm following exactly how. Wait a second. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yep, the dark blue for me goes in the center. So yes, we're gonna go I'm probably only going to get through Serendipity 1 is my guess, because I have to show you something. I got some Happy Mail and I want to open up that Happy Mail. All right, so we are cutting this. We are sewing this. Okay, let's see. I remember that it turned out great. Air conditioner or water cooler would be my guess. And I would say air conditioning as well, and air conditioning is the right answer. Krampus accompanies what saint on his visit to Austria? Krampus, I'm going to put a little flair to that. Krampus accompanies what saint on his visit to Austria? If I had to guess, I would say, I'll keep it to myself for a little bit. But being that they're Christmas cards, I'm thinking of a specific saint. And then I'm going to come in here and add my, and my third one here. St. Nicholas. I want to say it's St. Nicholas as well. And it is. All right. What Cosby Show star portrayed the little girl in the 1987 The Little Match Girl? What Cosby Show star portrayed the little girl in the 1987 The Little Match Girl? Right? The Little Match Girl. Where is, oh, here it is. Yeah, I think we're only going to get to the one. And I'm just pressing this right to here. I'm pressing towards the dark. And my blue is the center strip. And this is what I have to open up for you all. Carmen's quilt. So we'll be opening that up in a little bit. Hi, Regina. St. Nicholas. So it is St. Nicholas, and we don't know the so it is Keisha Knight Pullman. Okay, what carol was penned by Isaac Watts and sung to the tune Antioch from the Messiah by Handel? I'll give you a hint. There we go. There's your little guess, your little hint. Now, Missouri Star has no idea I'm doing this. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just sewing up a kit that a subscriber sent me. My Christmas elf. Yes, Joy to the World. Joy to the World is the carol. right, let's go to the next one. Who wrote all the music for White Christmas? Who wrote all the music for White Christmas? So now I have a strip set of 3 strips. And this last one. And what I've done is I've decided, whether it's right or wrong, I have decided to press in those strips. Now we have our strip set. Let's see, Irvin, Berlin, I think. I don't know, it's too early for mine. No problem. I don't know what it is. But you know what? You got it right. You got it right. It is. So here it is. What's the next one? What is the name of the dog in A Christmas Memory? So I guess there's a movie called A Christmas Memory? That or a song? I'm not quite sure. What is the name of the dog in A Christmas Memory? Okay, so we have done our strip sets. And now from our strip sets, okay, so we're going to cut these, and I have, well, I did have, here it is. That fits on there, yep. So we're going to come in here, and I just want to make sure that, how are we doing this? So we, and my strip set measures perfectly. So I'm going to cut in here and cut off those peaked things. What they did is, in this kit, they gave us a layer cake. They love their layer cakes. And they cut all their fabric into layer cakes. I'm pretty sure you can use scraps or yardage. If you're following along, I'm sure they don't all have to match because it's a different part of the Christmas tree. So, you know what? I'm used to doing it this way. And so we're going to go with it. No, it felt too awkward, but here we go. I'm going to have to come in here and fix that. So we're cutting this. There's only one little sliver. There it is. And those. Does anybody have ideas for that? Okay, I'm going to give you a choice. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Deb. Okay, what is the name of the dog in A Christmas Memory? These are your choices. King or Queenie? Who was it? King or Queenie? And I have 3, and I'm going to do four of these because I have 4 of these sets. And then once we have this, my guess is we are going to flip and stitch, because if you look at the block, it looks like it's a flip and stitch situation. So we have these. I don't know if we're going to use these again, but I have these pieces, so I'm going to put these aside for right now. I'm going to go ahead and work on these. I'm going to put them all in the right direction here. I'm going to look at my paper, and they have this going up where this is down. Okay, so they have this up, and then I have these here, and these are going to go like this. Now, they have this a little different. So they're saying we need to mark these, even though I have that. They're saying we need to mark these with one of these because we have to make these into, wait, that doesn't make sense. Let me see what they have us doing. Oh, okay. So they're having us come in here and mark a diagonal because we're sewing on the diagonal, but then we're doing the bonus HST thing. So we need to put this on 8. So, and these chalk pencils are great. This is just an old-fashioned chalk pencil. I know nowadays there's a lot of nifty things, but I still like the chalk pencils. Oh wait, this isn't that. This says watercolor pencil. Whoops. Well, that's good. A watercolor pencil, that'll wash out, right? I thought this was a chalk pencil. It says a white watercolor pencil. It's fine. We're not going to see it anyway. Okay, we don't have any. Maybe I missed it. Queenie, King or Queenie? I don't know what the answer is. The dog's name is Queenie. Queenie. Who here has even seen that movie? Know about it? Because I never heard about it. Okay, here we go. So we're going to open it. So I'm going to put that on there. What South American coffee, what South American coffee bean producing nation was discovered on New Year's Day, 1531? You really have to know some Christmas trivia here. What South American coffee bean producing nation was discovered New Year's Day, 1531? And my last one. Now, I do need to do a bonus HST. So I am going to come in here and use, this is a 1/2 inch thick. So I'm going to come in here and go ahead and put in the other one. So I can get that going. I didn't think about doing that at the same time. Let me see. Grand guest, Colombia. Juan Valdez made the coffee famous. It is not Colombia. It is not Colombia. Believe it or not, it is not Colombia. But I might have missed it because I was coming up. Let me see. Colombia. Michelle. I think Michelle's here because somebody said Michelle. It is Brazil. Right? Brazil. Who is Austria's gift bringer? Who is Austria's gift bringer? You know what I need to find? My sandpaper board. I don't know where my sandpaper board is. That's what I really need. I love my sandpaper board. It doesn't shift the fabric, and it makes this easier. I haven't seen that in a while. I'm going to have to look. There we are. Okay. Put those there. Let's see. The cooking guy. So it is St. Nicholas, St. Nicholas. All right. What did the Grinch use as a substitute for a reindeer? What did the Grinch use as a substitute for a reindeer? So when I'm putting this on my square, which is the 3 strips, I am going to put it on the top left-hand side, right up here. And then I'm going to stitch here and then stitch there. There we go. And the last one, let's see. A cow. Getting my kiddos ready for school. Hi. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Click. Hi, Helen. So it is the dog. Remember he had a little dog, the Grinch? And he put those little antlers on him. The doggy was so cute, too. I forgot what the doggy's name was. It was definitely a doggy. Let me see. It is his dog. What carol was originally penned in Latin by John Francis Wade around 1742? My honey is actually sick. He's very sick. I hear him right now hacking up. Has a cough that is so bad. I told him to go to the doctors. We'll see if he listens. Good morning, Sarah. Oh my, Adeste Fideles. Adeste Fideles. No, but, oh yeah, that is it. Because, yes, come all ye faithful. You're right. Yep. I was like, wait, that is it. Within 1 year, in what year was White Christmas made? Within 1 year, in what year was White Christmas made? So with this, we're going to take these. And you know what? I just find it easier just to kind of eyeball in between and just cut. Now it says to save these for another block. So we're going to save these. It says we need this set aside for the Serendipity 3 block. So that's good that that's not going to be waste, because I was wondering about that myself. So that is not going to be waste. We're going to use those to make the other blocks that are on this. So that's cool. So now we're going to take our additional 4 here and put them across. There we are. And with that, we will have this block done pretty speedy. Three. I like that they're going to use those other pieces to make other blocks for the tree. That's inventive. All right, so we have this. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm pressing out with this. And I'm going to do the last one. Put this last one, and then also now go ahead and do the bonus HST, which we're going to need for the blocks in the other blocks. Okay, so we have we have 164, 1950, 1957. It was in 1954. In 1954. What high-flying gifts do Buddy and his companion give one another for Christmas in A Christmas Memory? We have that. All right. So we have these blocks. I'm going to now cut in between everything, press this out, and then find out what else we need. So again, these are going to the side for future use. Oh, this one is, okay, so I'm just going to give you the answer. What high-flying gifts do Buddy and his companions give one another for Christmas in A Christmas Memory? This gift flies in the sky. That's your first clue. I'm going to give you some clues. It flies in the sky. So it looks like this. This is what we have. And then we have something called block. You need to go get that checked out. We have some blocks, 4A and 4B. So I'm going to press those. They're having us press these. And these match. These four match here. And they look like this. And then these four also match. Honey's funny. He's like, are you staying home? I'm like, no, I've got to go to work. Nobody stayed home with me when I had a cold last week. I got to go work. Here we go. We have this one. And we have this one. So the next step is, we don't have any kites. Kites is it. Kites is it. Next page, we'll go and see. Okay, so now borders. So this here needs a border. A needs a border. Okay, so she tells you what to cut these at. And to me, it just seemed like a lot of waste. So what I did is I put a head and stitched a seam on there. And I'm just going to do it how I normally do things here because I didn't care for all the waste. That's me personally. So you guys do you because you know what I said. Everybody enjoys the process of quilting differently, and you should enjoy your time while you're in your sewing room. So I'm going to come in here and I am going to look at that. I got 3. Because if not, that would have been a lot of waste. I got to put 3 of these instead of using 1 piece for each block. With today, you know, we have to be a little frugal. At least I do. Because if I have scraps, that means I can make more quilts. And I'm just going to cut in between. Put this here. And let's see. Oh, I don't even have a question going. Sorry. What happened to Pope Gregory VII while saying Mass on Christmas Day? What happened to Pope Gregory VII while saying Mass on Christmas Day? What happened to him? So asking a lot of questions I do not know. I really have no idea. This is some wild stuff I'm learning. So again, I am going to trim. And you know, Jenny's funny because as Natalie was cutting this and giving us the measurements, she's like, but I feel like I could just sew this on a strip and cut apart what I need as I go. So she was kind of thinking the same way I was thinking. So I'm going to take these blocks are bordered. So I'm going to press out. That's my hair. My hair is falling out. Ay, ay, ay. Now, I'm not going to be able to get another one. Let's see. I'll put this big long one on here. Yep. I'll get this long one on here. And then what I could do is I could just add this to another long strip piece at the end if I need more. Oops, put this way. And come in with this one. Let's see, does anybody have any ideas? Hello, Eva, how are you? Was traveling yesterday, so I missed the live. So thrilled to see that you're doing your own thing with Tis the Season. I wish I would have waited to do my Tis the Season with Leanna. Oh, so you've made this quilt. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm just always finding a hack or a way to save fabric. You know, that's just me. That's just how I roll. So I'm going to cut this here. And this has to be pressed out. I'm going to add this to this because why not? Grab this and do the same. Cut in between. And I have one more right here that I could add this to. I don't even know if I need this little piece on there, but we're gonna let's go with it. And now I have the other side of this. So we're going to have these done, and then we're going to open up my morning mail and see what's up with that. Hi, Decky. Hi, Decky. So what happened to Pope Gregory VII while saying Mass on Christmas Day is that he was kidnapped. He was kidnapped. At what meal are Austrian gifts exchanged? At what meal are Austrian gifts exchanged? No, not Austrian, Australian. I don't know what is going on with my mind. It's looking at it, and I mean, it's been doing this for a while. That's a complaint I have for the doctor. At what meal are Australian gifts exchanged? Australian. I think it's because we had a thing about Austria earlier. Australian, not Austria. Australian. And we have this. I feel like this should go like that because I have to do a couple more. I didn't cut all the strips. I have some here though, if need be. Good morning, I'm back. Hi, Helen. Hi, Dotted Doodler. Thank you. Yes, we made this shirt on one of my morning lives. You too. And I made my niece one too. You know the first pumpkin I made that was a little too small? Well, I went ahead and bought a little shirt and put that pumpkin on that and gave her that. So we have matching. I wish I could share that picture, but I can't. Okay, so I have two of these that are ready to be pressed. Oh, I have to press these. Press along. So yeah, definitely only one block I'm going to be able to get here today. And the second. So I've made 4 of these blocks. They have been bordered. They look like that. That's going into the Christmas tree. I have ideas once this Christmas tree is done. I have ideas. I just have to go shopping to kind of see if I can get those ideas going. Really, once everything gets quilted in and all the stuff gets done, I believe you're not going to see all these different little pieces I put together. Put this here, and I'm just short. I have another piece so that I can add to this. And here we are. Let me grab my other piece. Put that in between. Okay, did we say what meal we do? Nope. Hi, Anna. So it is breakfast. They exchange gifts in breakfast. What 1978 NBS animated story based on A Christmas Carol featured the voices of Walter Matthau, Tom Bosley, and Robert Morse. Robert Morse. I never heard of that movie. Never heard of that movie. 1970. I almost want to look that up. I love anything that is based like on A Christmas Carol. I absolutely love that. I do not know. That is my favorite. My absolute favorite movie. I have no idea. People think it's dark that I love that movie for Christmas. But I do. I love the way it teaches you that you can't just be, you know, that there's other people we need to care about in the world instead of yourself. I don't know. I just love that movie. So with that said, this here, we don't even need this. This little piece here. I'm just going to throw that out and throw this. Well, I'm not throwing it out. I'm using it in my bean bags for school. I'm making school chairs and filling them up. So I have this, and we do need to border other blocks in the future. Just not today, because I'm going to open up and do my happy mail now. Hi, Maria. So this month 3, I did not accomplish all on the live, but I did do a block because there are 4 blocks on this 3. So here we are. We have these, and I will put these in the correct bags that they belong to. But here they're calling this Serendipity Block 1. Serendipity 1. So Serendipity 1 is done for this. Let me go to this now. Okay, so this comes to us from Carmen's Quilt Shop. I will link everything down below. She has a tab on, when you go onto her website, she actually has something called the Pastryqueen Farm Adventure tab. I don't know. I've been in there a couple times. Sometimes it's the things in the box. Sometimes it's other things that she thinks that maybe you might like. She also knows about the teen backing situation I've got going on. So if you're interested of buying backing, she said you could give her a call and you guys can discuss. She says she has a clearance tab. You could order through the clearance tab. It would be 4 yards, right? Yeah. And that'd be with any shop. It's not, any shop, but she'll give you a deal. Just call her and tell her that Pastryqueen Farm Adventure sent you her way. She also said she could do wide backs that may, maybe even more economical, because she said 2 yards of that. I can't wait to see what you do, Leanna, with the scraps from the Tista season yet. I don't know yet what I'm doing with the scraps with the Tista season, but the quilt itself, yeah, this and that looks like I'm saying I'm crazy because I am crazy. I'm quilty crazy. I'm having ideas. Anna kind of knows a little bit about it. And so we may do it, we may not, but I've got ideas. I've got ideas. So here we go. From Carmen's Quilt Shop. She sent this over to me. It's not something I ordered. She just knows, she kind of catches up with things that I do. She sends this just to support my channel. You know, with some things that I normally have going on. So she has a little thing here. It says patterns, quilt kits, wide backing, and long arm quilting services. So I do know that she does long arm quilting services. Some of you peeps actually use her. And you have been very happy with her that I know of, but you know, I haven't heard anything other than that you guys send it to her and you're happy. So here it is. Okay. So she has a little note on advent boxes. She has an advent box. We're going to be opening up that advent box on my channel that she is sending me as her pass it forward to me, let's say. So I'll open it up. We'll do some stuff. But she says the last date to order this box is November 7th. So her cutoff is November 7th. So if you call her or go on the site, say Pastryqueen's Farm Adventures sent you. But the last day you can order is November 7th for that. I did not look up what it is, but what, you know, how much it is. I apologize, but there's that. Here is some notes. She says if you subscribe to her newsletter online, so you can go to Carmen's Quilt Shop. Right. I'm going to put the link down below. If you sign up for her newsletter, you will get details on upcoming sales she has. Let's see. She doesn't have an affiliate program. She's just a very nice lady I met at International Quilt Festival, and she supports my channel. So I'm just happy to do this. And let's see. Okay, so we have this FIFA World Cup 2026. So we have a FIFA World Cup 2026 backpack, drawstring backpack kit. This she is sending me to make. I've never made a backpack, but guess what? I'm going to make a backpack. I said, I'll give it a try. So this is the 2026 FIFA World Cup backpack. Yeah, honey has been eyeing this. He is a huge soccer fan. I shouldn't have shown him this. I did open this ahead of time because I wanted to find out. And I should have not told him. I could have given it to him for Christmas. But anyway, here we go. We've got a FIFA backpack. We are going to make this. This is just stuff she sent for me to try to make. And I mean, I don't have to. This is just stuff for me. Just for me. And I'm looking at it and it's beautiful. Like, look at this. This is called Starburst Quilt and Door Banner. And this gives me vibes of, if I did them in blues, that this could be very Christmassy. Almost like a snowflake kind of look to me. Look at that. Doesn't that have like a nice snowflake look? I love this. So this here, so the FIFA backpack is $21.99. And this Doorburst is $16, this pattern. It's by Sue Bevers. I mean, if I sounded as it says Beavers, but Beevers. I want to say it's Bevers, but I'm not sure. So there's this. I think I'd like to try this. I got to read this a little bit more. Kind of make it like a snowflake, winterish kind of vibe. Just because a pattern has a certain look doesn't mean you can't change it up with some kind of fabric to make it yours. Hi, Mona. Okay, then we have Color Me Happy. This was a $15 pattern by Lauren Smith. This is 95 by 95. This is various size quilts. There's quilt A, B, and C. So here it says the one quilt is 66.5 by 78.5, and the door banner is 30.5 by 66.5. This one is 95 by 95. This would look pretty in Christmas fabrics. Look at that. Color me happy. And then, because she knew we were working on baby quilts, I have keepsake baby quilts from scraps. And she has more of these books as well. If anybody's interested, these are $10. She is based out of Missouri. And these are the quilts. So that will be fun. She knows I love my scraps. So there we go. And then she sent me a 3-yard bundle called Cooper's Construction. Look at that fabric. Isn't that cool? This is $39.99. And I will tell you, she did tell me of some upcoming sales. So that's fun. So let's look at this fabric. Because who doesn't like to see fabric first thing in the morning? What is this? This is called Cooper's Construction Site by Patrick. I think it's Patrick Loss, right? Yes. She buys a lot of his fabric. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. My kiddo would love this when he was younger. And I am, you know, she said that she will take quilts for kids because the shelter has kids as well. It's not all about the teens. I guess they run other shelters. So there's the teen house, but then there is just a shelter that they just run for families. So she'll be getting some baby quilts. See, nothing will go to waste around here. And then this is the yellow. It's like geometric shape. I like that this is like tools. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we have this 3-yard quilt bundle. And so that's it. That is it. Thank you so much. She said she was going to try to get on here. Thank you so much, Carmen. Because, you know, all this stuff does get passed forward and some stuff gets made for enjoyment. Some stuff gets made to be given away. Thank you so much. So if you're interested in any of this, and she has plenty of other stuff. It's not only that. She says the soccer bag comes in 2 color options on her website. So I will link it below. I don't have it linked right now. When I get off, I will link it below. I'm going to put this in here, but we are going to make that FIFA. I'm going to do stuff with some baby stuff. We're going to have some fun. We're also going to be, there's so much going on in this sewing room. We're sewing, I'm extending stuff. Oh, let me show you what I extended. I haven't shown you some of the stuff I've actually been working on. All right, I'm going to move the camera. So I'm moving the camera. Just so much stuff. So this is a work in progress. Okay, but the quilt kit that was gifted to, there it is. So this is a work in progress. I am not doing the border that's on here. Okay, I'm not doing the border. It's too many tiny pieces. It's 1 inch, 3/4 inch flip and stitches. It's beautiful, but we're not doing that, okay? So I'm coming up with a different kind of border for this quilt. Using what I have. I will show you a little bit of it. So I did take some strips and made strip sets. And I cut them. And I think I want to make something that's flowy. So they had vines. They had, let me see. Do I have the paper up here? Yes, I do. So Tula Pink designed this beautiful border. Do you see that beautiful border? It's a beautiful border. I ain't got time for that. I just don't have the time. I don't have time for that because I got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to make this, I don't know, I'm thinking something that's going to flow all the way around using the scraps and stuff that I have. I mean, I have, obviously there's not scraps. We've got a lot of stuff. So that is something I'm developing right now. And we're in the stages. We're not quite there yet. So we started with this. So I made all the strip sets and I cut them. I may need to make more strip sets because I'm flying by the seat of my PJs. Or in today's case, flying by the seat of my jeans. So that's what we did. Now let's see. Anybody have any questions? Hi Myra. Hi Jamie. So those squirrels are stinking cute. Aren't they cute? Do you see them here? They are stinking cute. Let me bring this down. So this is a Tilda pattern. So if you go to Tilda's World, she also has an acorn with squirrels. So I just went ahead and did the squirrels. I did two because someone told me they have to live in pairs and they mate forever. So those two are in matching clothes. And I'm going to put little eyeballs on there. And I don't know, it's cute. I like the way it came out. You know, this was bigger than this. So if you notice on this row, you know, this is exactly how it's written in the pattern. Here I had to fudge it, you know. I had to add skinnier pieces. I had to add a top and bottom. So on this row in particular, I have the acorns going up and down. Where they're all lined up. In this row, they're kind of flowing. And I'm loving it. And I've decided I loved it so much that I need it on my bed. So I am going to create this wavy looking thing around it and then have another border. So it's at least just a topper on my bed. You know, my bed is a king size bed. So it's a lot. Regina, I'm thinking the same thing. Wow, Leanna, you get so much done. When did I make that one? I have been working on this behind the scenes. Just when I needed a moment of clarity, a moment of zen, a moment of quiet, I would come up here and just work on it slowly. I've been working on this, actually, I feel like a long time. I feel like I've been working on this a long time. Oh, thank you. You have a wonderful morning too, Jor. What is it? Jory love food reviews. Oh, I love food. That's why I'm the pastry queen. But right now I'm the quilting queen. So I'm in love with this quilt. So this is going on my bed. I mean, as one of the quilts on my bed. I have the Ginger Quilter Mega Box from last year on my bed right now, which were the leaves. I love it. It's beautiful, but I love this Tula Pink. So I was working on that. I did finish this. I finished this listen to me, Thanksgiving. I finished this on Halloween. So after I came home, and remember I said we didn't end up going out because it was disgusting. It was windy. It was like spitting ice. So I just worked on this. And then I went to bed early. So there is that. I'm going to bring this forward and bring this down. So you see the bottom. So what I did here is I just went ahead and added a strip. And then the sides are going to stay this way. And it's just going to be a cute throw. So I was working on this, though, for a while, too, because I had made these. And then on Halloween, the live in the morning, I put together these here. So we have that. And I will tell you, the acorns had been done a while. The squirrels were done. I actually put the actual quilt, the squirrel and acorn quilt together yesterday because Honey has the cooties. And I don't want the cooties. I've been having cooties for over a year. I'm over the cooties. So, therefore, I banished myself to my sewing room. So here is a quilt that Jessica sent me, Sewing on the Bluff. And Mirta sent me fabric. Remember she sent me fabric? Well, this is fabric she sent me, and it goes really beautiful with this fabric. So this is what I use to extend this. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. To extend this to a twin size quilt. So this will be ready to be long armed. And so yeah, so I have this going on. I mean, that's there. I haven't extended any other teen quilts yet, but I will. I also got to bind some stuff, so that was good yesterday. And that's it. I am pretty much caught up on what shenanigans we did over the weekend. I woke up to cooties this morning. Yes. Honey was trying to say that I gave him the cooties, and I said, no, I had a bacterial infection, and you don't have any signs. And I have a little snifflies. Yesterday, I woke up with them. Yes, sorry, Anna, but I woke up with them yesterday. I'm thinking Mr. Sniffly maybe gave me whatever he has, but I'm fighting it off. I'm fighting it. I love that pattern from a Sew Sampler. Yes. Hi, Giovanna. Good morning. So with that said, though, it is 8:04. I've got to get to school. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Please take care of yourself from all these cooties that are going around. And pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. I found out who sent me that batting. When we opened up the batting, the box of 4, it actually is one of the coordinators at the shelter. So she sent it to my house, and to just keep me going on this long arming. And if you wouldn't mind on your way out giving me the thumbs up, and hopefully I will see you next time, and I will be working on the rest of this unless I get home and then I decide I'm going to finish off that whole thing. Then that's how it goes. Everyone, take care. Bye-bye.